What's up, you MMTLP Army and Moneymakers? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the channel COSM Cosmos Army as well. We are seeing such a great news for MMAT, MMTLP as well as Cosmos. I will be covering, do you know why there was a big spike around this 3:07 p.m. on December the 6th, yesterday? I have some great news to share with you because metamaterials short squeeze is on as FINRA approves the corporate action, DTC notifying brokers. The effective date is Tuesday, December 13. So you really want to note this down. I'll be talking about in more details. We want to also talk about what is going on, what can happen in next few days for MMTLP. We started seeing such a ramp up, as you can see, 16% up just yesterday in our trading session, but we spiked up really quickly right here, 86% just within matter of minutes. And this is when you really want to consider what can happen to this stock. So stay tuned. I want to also talk about, we talked about some of the FUD for Cosmos Holding yesterday. The FUD was around what is going on with the short squeeze. I already shared with you the higher short interest that we heard for COSM or COSM 1379%. After that, we learned that there is a float recalculation that puts the S3 to just 13%. And what happened next? I want to share with you that Cosmos Holding may be a long-term buy with a short-term risk. However, the CEO is buying more COSM or COSM with the rapid growth through the acquisition that I want to also talk about. Before that, I want to tell you that this is pretty risky play. What I usually do is, while I'm trading in one, you really want to start looking into what is your next play. We have been pretty successful on this channel. If you think about last few plays that we had, ILUS, we had 10x 2 times. We have CYBL. We have many other stocks, including CTRM and IFAN. We made a ton of money. HCMC, we ride for free. And same for MMTLP, we're riding for free. And this is, once again, how far we have gone with MMTLP, 10% as you can see for last 4 weeks. But if you take a look at the last 6 months, and many of my viewers and subscribers started buying around $50, $60, as you already know. You can check on my channel. I did not really talk about this stock in June, July. I started talking about this stock, MMTLP, in late September, early October, and we started seeing such a sudden rise, and this is what you want to invest. However, this is pretty risky. You can make 5x, 10x return. On the flip side, you can lose 50-60% of your total investment, so do not invest your entire portfolio. As I always say, I'm not a financial advisor, so at the end of the day, you want to do your own due diligence, your own research, because that's your own hard savings, hard-earned money. What I do is I put in a few $100 into this kind of play. I take it back, I get that back, the principal, and I only have I'm riding for free for the most part. And if you don't really know what is riding for free, you want to start watching my channel over and over again, and you'll see that Cosmos, we did pretty great as well. Take a look right here. For 1 month, we are up 500%. Now $100 turns into $600, which is such a massive run up. You can always ride for free in this kind of stock if you just sell 1/5 of your total investment, which means you already booked the profit. You don't really have your money out of your own pocket. You can enjoy the show. You can really, it doesn't wake you up at night, because at the end of the day, that's not going to be your own money. So let's talk about MMTLP, starting with that. Before that, hit the like button. We need 250 likes because FINRA approves the corporate action. DTC notifying broker, effective date Tuesday, December the 13th. I need 250 likes for this video. On this video, we want to spread the word out. There are a lot of people who are wondering what is going to happen. Why? Because they might have bought it around this price point of $10. From $10, they have seen the deep of 47%. Now 47% on a $10 is $4.62. So think about it. Many people, all of my subscribers and viewers, many of them, I'm not saying all, but most of them, they bought it around $1.50. Once I started talking about this stock, we went all the way $12.50, which is 10x. Once again, massive run up. If you take a look, once again, 6 months, you should be seeing 560%. Congratulations to you, because you already picked the right price. So 250 likes. If you haven't clicked the like button, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss out on many more play that I am going to share on this channel. And congratulations if you're making 2, 3, 5x return on this MMTLP. and Cosmos is going to be the next. Now if you take a look at one day, yes, we are up 16%, but we were down to $5.09, and we spiked back up 87% just within matter of minutes. Take a look, 306, and here we see that 318 or 317, we were $9.50. Think about it. Where did we go from $5 to $9.70? What a massive run up. What exactly has happened? I'll share with you in a second. Now, this is what has happened, that FINRA approved the corporate action. DTC notifying brokers the effective date is December 13th. Now, why this is very important? Because Metamaterials Inc. is started rocketing up the chart with FINRA approved corporate action, and it is now displaying on the daily list on the effective Tuesday, December 13th. DTC will send the corporate action notice to brokers, and will begin closing out the short positions. Now, what that means is the shorts are finally playing their game. Now, why I'm saying that is because we do not really have the data, the current data on yesterday as to what was the short volume. But take a look right here, 684,000 people shorted. That's a short volume on December the 2nd with the volume of 1.1 million. We were up in terms of the price point in last few days, but we started going down, and I can show you really quickly what's happening. Now, if you take a look at the 5-day, we're down 15%. 1 month, we're only up 10%. Many people bought it around $10, $12, thinking that they missed out on this. Fear of missing out. Yes, we're hoping for $20, $40, $60, $100, so on and so forth. But the shorts are playing their hard game as well. 66%, even though that they know that this is coming. The FINRA corporate action is coming. They still are playing their best game. 66%, 41% short volume, 40% short volume, 53% short volume, and 61% short volume. And I'll tell you in a second why this is important, because we spiked up in terms of the volume. I'll get back to the volume, but I want to really cover this particular article. MMTLP Short Squeeze is now on. According to FINRA, MMTLP shareholders with the settled position as of December 12th, the record date will receive one share of Next Bridge Hydrocarbon NBH Next Bridge Hydrocarbon Inc. for every single share, every one share of MMTLP held by the pay date of December 14th. Purchase of MMTLP executed after December 8 will not receive the distribution. Think about it for a second. If anyone buys MMTLP that is executed after December 8 will not receive the distribution. To receive the dividend, one must own the stock tomorrow and Monday and hold it through the effective date. We are going to see such a massive action in MMTLP. We already have started seeing the volume pump up to 5 million. I'm super excited to share with you. For 5 million, hit the like button. For $100 MMTLP, hit the like button. 250 likes, subscribes, and turn on the notification bell. If you're Cosmos shareholder, hit the like button as well. I'm going to cover that as well. MMTLP share will be cancelled effective Tuesday, December 12th, 4 p.m. EST, because that's when the market is going to get closed. The trading session will be closed on 4 p.m. Expect a press release from pre-market tomorrow explaining everything in detail, and we'll start seeing the ramp up. Now, this is an OTC stock. You may or may not see the after-hour trade anytime soon, because OTCs have some of the delays that, as you already know. MMTLP had a vol trading day on Tuesday from the low of $5.05 I already covered. We executed all the way up to $9.70. One final massive short attack before FINRA posted MMTLP daily list on the stock went parabolic, skyrocketing high of $9.70, and they're talking about this particular parabola that you can see right here. We went up $9.70, massive run up per share, closing with $8.25, 16% up on a 5 million shares traded. Now the clock is ticking. An enormous estimated 80 to 100 million short position must cover by 4 p.m. close to next Tuesday and sooner, depending on the broker. And then the broker will just start buying regardless of the price point, because they want to buy back. The excitement of MMTLP booming. $100 per share is regularly being thrown around, and many MMTLP shareholders are vowing not to sell MMTLP anything less than $100 per share or more. Those who were around HKD, GME, AMC, they will know fast that how the stock will run up and the short squeeze will be in full effect. Many of the people are new So write down in the comment section below if you really have any question. If you own MMTLP, write down in the comment section below at what price point you bought as well. Expect volume increase. We'll be having heavy volume increase very significantly starting tomorrow. Massive swing in price with much higher prices as the broker will force to close out on their short positions, while most believe that MMTLP short is somewhere between 80 to 100 million shares. Long-term investors such as market moves, so on and so forth, estimated that short position will be somewhere around 200 to 250 million. Once again, I do not really have any evidence besides this article, so just take it with a grain of salt. You can think about 80, 100 million, you can think 200 to 250 million, more or less. This is not a buy or sell advice, so do your own due diligence. I'm not a financial advisor, but you can think take it with a grain of salt and think like there's a high short volume position. What happened right here? George is saying thank you FINRA. Why? Because, and again, this came around 3:37 p.m. as you can see, December 6, 2022. Now what's happened? What has happened around that time period? 3:37. Take a look. Before 3:37, we started spiking up, which is why you want to click the like button, which is why you want to really keep an eye out what's happening. Then we talked about 253 right here. Tweet came around 3:37. People started noticing on the daily list event, effective exchange time 12/13/2022, which is when we got the date, MMTLP, metamaterial Inc. that you already know, OTC equity, and this is going to get in effect December the 12th and date time, as you can see, 14:53, which is 2:53, very close to 3 p.m. before the market close on 6th December 2022. Once again, John is also talking about, remember what you want to do, best you can do within the trading session. MMAT and his team, they're very cool doing, like, so people started talking a ton about that. We already saw this particular volume for Torchlight, what happened with TRCH, as well as with MMAT, and followed by MMTLP. Now you already know that on iBorrow desk, as you can see, 85,000 available with a pretty high fee of 35.3%, as you can see right here. For OTC stock, we already know that there is no real update just yet. We are seeing a pretty heavy short volume. Now, what happened with COSM? I wanted to, before I go to COSM or Cosmos, I wanted to quickly share with you that 1.1 million is the average volume. With the average volume, we saw, what was the volume that we saw yesterday? 5.05 volume, 5.05 million in volume, which is pretty massive volume for a day, because I told you that we are nowhere closer to 80 million, and we get to go to 5 to 10 million in terms of the volume. Now, if you're new to this trading session or trading, or if you're new to trade, all in all, if you're new to stocks, the trading volume is number of shares transacted. So if you take a look at here, the volume, number of shares transacted within a trading session is called volume. Now, OTC stocks, you may see some delay, but take a look from $5 to $9.70, almost $10. We did not really see such a massive volume. The highest volume that we saw in last few days was 3.4 million. After that, we went around a million for every day. We were 2 million yesterday, or rather on December 5th. On December 6th, we were at 5 million. So the volume spiked up by 2.5 times, 250%. Now let me go back really quickly to Cosmos, because there is a lot of FUD here as well. 17-18% down. We saw that it was down 30% in last 5 days. 1 month, we are still up 5x. So congratulations. If you are riding for free for Cosmos, pat yourself on the back, because you did pretty good. What's happening with Cosmos? Cosmos holding mammoth short squeeze is rising as fast as CEO Mr. CEO buying more with the rapid growth that you know already with the acquisition. And this is relatively newer news before just a day. I wanted to quickly share with you, and I will share with you what is going on with Cosmos as well. The Cosmos holding enormous short squeeze. So this is our second candidate, one for best friend for the December 2022, right before we go into December 23rd. On Monday, Cosmos was up over 10%, pointed out 57 cents, 6.5%, while Nasdaq was just under 500 points on the day. Now, market is not doing great. We have a lot of uncertainty, doubt, and fear, not just in the market, but with Cosmos as well. And Cosmos is quickly getting viral with current top most trading stock on the stock tweets. Most of the people mentioned on the stock subreddit short squeeze Squeeze, and we are seeing dozens of people on YouTube are also talking about on their private Discord as well, and it is rising up. Now, why this is important? Well, COSM or COSM was shorted obviously with the company strong recently reported 12 million in revenue in Q3 as well as rapid growth through the acquisition with 3 major acquisitions, as you already know, on the table. It is led by their CEO with one of the innovative technology or the pharma product that they're going to come up with. And since 2019, the CEO, Mr. Siokas, has invested over 10.6 million as an average price of $5.25 out of his personal wealth into Cosmos. More recently, they also acquired 1.1 million shares on Friday by adding 481,000 shares acquired on Thursday. By previously, they bought the 800,000 shares with 62 cents as well earlier last week. That comes that they have acquired almost more than 12.5 million shares at the price of 12 cents as part of the security purchase agreement in October, which is going to see that there is a massive potential in the company because insiders are buying. Their CEO is hopeful. And insiders know the company inside out more than me and you because they're inside the company. They really know where they're heading. They know their strength, weaknesses, threat, and opportunities, that they can make money and how they can turn their investment 2x, 3x, 5x as well. They're within their boundaries and making sure that they're doing all legit transactions as well. Cosmos Holding may be a long-term buy with a short-term risk. They're up 618% in November, likely for a short squeeze as well. The company does have a appealing business model, as you already know. They may genuinely undervalued, but the investors need to weigh in a high-level short interest along with the high probability of reverse stock split that we know in near future. Yes, they're approved for reverse stock split, but I haven't heard as to when they're going to do. One of the things that you want to note is that this is a Nasdaq traded stock for COSM, and if you think about MMTLP, they're OTC traded stock. So keep that in mind. Once again, they need to trade about $1. Long-term investors may want to wait for the money clarity on the board action before they take the position. One thing I wanted to tell you really quickly that we saw lower volume yesterday compared to last few days. Average volume 49.2 mil. We saw 88.2 million yesterday, and this volume, once again, we were in 200s and 300 in terms of the 300 millions or 100 and 200 millions in terms of volume, but yesterday we dropped below 100 in volume, 100 million in volume, and our swing was 44 cents to 52 cents. So remember that part as well. We already talked about that for the long-term investors, especially for 1 month. If anyone who has started watching my video, 19 cents was the buy price that I gave you. You can try it for free. From 19 to 20 cents, we went all the way to 80 cents just within the matter of days. 4x return on your investment that you can't really get anywhere. There's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. The FUD that I talked to you all about yesterday. Once again, COSM, we saw 1380% short interest according to S3. What happens next? We heard that COSM short interest updated by S3 with just 13% due on the float recalculation, and people started talking about negatively on the stock. Now, remember, that stock cannot go in one direction over and over and over again. There will be some sine waves, some cosine waves. Goes up, goes down, and once again, it'll start going back up. Now, once again, I am not a financial advisor. Do your own part, do your own due diligence, but there could be some short squeeze update, but there is some reverse split may be coming. So I want to keep you that in front of you as well because they're already approved. I haven't heard as to when it's going to happen or whether it's going to happen or not just yet. I hope you like this video. If you did, give me 250 likes or maybe 300 is even better. Subscribe to my channel. Don't miss out on some of the juicy, very interesting information. Thanks for watching. Again, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.